So Zhou Guanyu knows what he's going to be doing for 2025, and that is being the official reserve driver for Scuderia Ferrari. He's rejoined the team that he was once a part of the development academy for many years ago, and I'm happy he's sticking around in the Formula 1 paddock. He will of course want to get back onto the grid for 2026. Personally, I would be surprised if he manages to do that. I think he's an okay driver by F1 standards, but nothing special, unfortunately for him. Nice guy, really nice guy, and probably arguably the closest thing that my hometown of Sheffield will ever have to a Formula 1 driver. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, yes, he's Chinese, of course, but he spent many years living in Sheffield, so it's the closest that my hometown will have to representation on the Formula 1 grid. So that's why I was kind of backing him a little bit. But in all seriousness, I think it's good that he's sticking around and he's gone to Ferrari. It's a cool opportunity for him, and apparently he will grab any opportunity that becomes available to him in 2025. So let's have a look at this guy's full article on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Guanyu Zhou admits he lost hope for his future in Formula 1 with the Audi-owned Sauber team last year. The sport's first ever Chinese race driver was the Hinwil-based outfit for 3 full years after his 2022 debut. Like Valtteri Bottas, he lost the seat at the end of last season. For 2025, he is returning to Ferrari, where he was a junior driver prior to his F1 race career, and will serve as joint reserve with Antonio Giovinazzi this year. The 25-year-old says racing in Shanghai was the highlight of his entire life last year in the wake of the COVID era. Last year, I finally had the chance to race at home, he told Chinese media this week, but unfortunately we had the slowest car from the start of the season and I couldn't even fight in the midfield. He did come close to points. I think he got 9th overall in the sprint race. 8th would have got him points. But yeah, overall they did definitely have the worst car last year. It was not a good year, and therefore the season is one that he'd like to forget apparently. At the beginning things seems to be okay, but after our pit stop issues were resolved, I found myself in the slowest car in the grid. Then after a long period of time, I lost all hope for the future. However, Zhou insists that he's not lost hope for his next goal, returning to F1. I have not yet reached my full potential, he insists, so I am working towards the future now, and there are lots of rookies on the grid this year, so anything can happen. I'm always available and ready to take any opportunity. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, he's Ferrari's one of Ferrari's test and reserve drivers, which I think is a good move for him. You know, he's going to have Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton to learn off, which is, you know, 2 amazing drivers that he can get experience from. It would have been beneficial actually speaking to Valtteri Bottas as much as during his years at Alfa Romeo and Sauber. Was it Alfa Romeo when he joined in 22? Anyway, that outfit, the Hinwil outfit in Switzerland. But yeah, I mean, I want to see him back on the grid as a driver. I think he's a nice guy at the end of the day, but unfortunately, being a nice guy is not enough to be successful in Formula 1. Even being a fast driver is not enough to be successful in Formula 1. You got to be a lot of things, and he was very much consistent. You know, you didn't see him in the wall every week and stuff like that, like some guys, and I feel like that's why he was able to stay for 3 seasons in a row, but just not quick enough. Just not quick enough overall. That's his problem, and he'll make an excellent testing driver. I think he'll be really, really good in that role, but a race seat, I can't see it. Even with 2 more seats on the grid next year, you know, personally for me, if I was Cadillac coming into Formula 1 and you want an experienced driver and you want a young driver who is coming from IndyCar, you know, for that experienced Formula 1 race driver, I would put Bottas, Magnussen, Perez all a decent way above. Zhou is fairly far down that shortlist in my opinion, and if anybody else gets ousted from their F1 seat after this season, most of the drivers on the current grid I would also put ahead of Zhou. So, you know, he brings a lot of sponsorship money. You know, let's not get away from that fact. The dude has a lot of money with his backers in China, and I'm not saying that he's a pay driver, but it helps. It definitely helps, but I think even then, it's probably not enough. They need a team that is really struggling financially to probably go for that. I really do think it would take, and you know, Formula 1 financially right now is in a pretty good place, thankfully. So yeah, your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Will we see Guanyu Zhou back in a race seat in Formula 1 in the future? My answer to that is no, but I want to hear your thoughts on this issue as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon for some more content here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys. See you later. Have a good one.